Hey guys, Jen Graves here. So we are still doing our book report, whatever it is, our chapter thing on No Longer Human. This one is book two. I don't know why I held up one. This is book two, so we're going to be doing chapter one of book two. So we'll get into it and see where it goes from there. This is a really good series. Kind of hard to pick up now, I heard from some people, but good series. If you can find it paperback, that's good. If you have to read a scan on it, hopefully legally, um, that's fine. If not, don't let anybody know that you had to read it some other way. Um, but let's get into it. So we are on chapter 5. Um, I'm pretty sure that's where we are, chapter 5. Let me see if we have a index on it. We do not. We do not have one on here. Oh, yes, we do. They kind of put it on a page that where it's kind of hidden. And this one has 4 as well. So we have 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we're going to start out on 5 for book 2. We're back to the author, artist at the very beginning. That's another thing that I really like about this one is we go off of his experiences, but it's us learning about the other guy's experiences. Yozo, his experiences, but they always go back to alluding to the author, who's writing the story, who is publishing this, and all this other stuff, and what's going on with that, which we're going to get a little treat at the end. Getting to the end of this, I mean, it was a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, but at the end is great. So, anyway, getting into it, it's the author, writer guy washing his face and all that, and he's basically like, I have to get back into this. What have I read so far? Kind of questioning his whole stuff. And the black page I told you that was like that it told us before. The end of it says that as well. The woman died. I alone was saved. Um, so we've done that. We've gone away from it, and we're with our main character again. We're back with Yozo. Yozo is in a hospital. People have brought up what had happened. Um, that they'll be back, but they're still scared that something could happen to him. Um, um, Everything that's happened, and we get to see repercussions from what happened before. I believe it was at the end of chapter 3, we found out that Yozo's family doesn't care for him anymore. They disowned him, all that other stuff. They called, though, to tell his family that somebody did get in contact with him, but they let them know that nobody's going to come. Nobody's going to come do anything for him. They're not going to pay medical bills. They're not going to come see him because he's disowned. Um, but well, I take that back. They did wire money for him, but probably just for the medical bills. Other than that, they're not going to do anything. He's disowned. And with that, too, we get to see him with dark circles under his eyes. Obviously, hasn't been sleeping because he went through that whole traumatic experience. And knowing somebody that he started caring for and all that um, actually has gone, you know. I'm sure that it's a traumatic experience on both sides. So, and the police want to talk to him. I guess that's standard. If anybody else knows that, post down below, let us know. Um, um, Gives him a compliment, nothing too much. He wants to ask him about if they met at a site, which I guess it's kind of a thing because I have seen it in anime and manga before, but It shouldn't really be a thing, but he's talking about one of the sites that you meet up with somebody that wants to go off themselves, basically, so that they're not alone. Which, I mean, to me, if you were not going to do it alone, then, what's the point, kind of? There shouldn't be anything. Real Account has a really crazy thing with that. We'll have to do a review on that at some point, too. And he tells the police officer the story between him and the lady with the butterfly tattoo. And he said it's a quick story. It only took him 15 minutes to tell it. Nothing very big there. And the guy gets into like a bunch of questions. Did they sleep together the night before? Um, did they use protection? Um, how good was it? Which I don't know why that's valid. And um, I guess he's considered a minor, even though he's 18. Still to that. Again, post down below if you know that. And he's kind of getting, I guess, a little bit of unwanted feelings towards the police officer because he's asking weird questions towards them having sex. And I mean, he brings it up too that they served no purpose, the questions he was asking. Um, Supposedly the girl's parents are upset with him, even though, you know, which I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess it is. They're going to take him down to the station and charge him with assisting, since he didn't actually go through with it. So it's kind of a weird thing. I've never heard of that before, but who's to say it's not going to happen? Um, he got put in jail several days later. He was still held in police custody. He starts asking from the start, did he ever really want to die before? And he just tells him the truth. Put him on a police van thingy, with all these other guys. I bet he's probably freaked out about that. Take him to the prosecutor's office. And now all this stuff is going. The 500 yen, 5,000, 50,000 yen she gave him, that her paying for the drinks for him and Maseo, like the night before or whatever. Um, they are accusing him something hard of it being his fault, and it's not suicide, it's actually murder. That's what they're trying to throw at him. And he still has visions of a butterfly in his mind. And they're having a talk. Hey, the prosecutor's name's Jin. Jin no Nojima. So um God, he just keeps getting sent back and forth. Um And a lot of people, he's seeing butterflies in different places. There's a like a little stain on the wall, and all he sees is a butterfly out of it. Um, but he keeps going back. They can't find anything cohesive with that they were basically lovers because he'd only went to that club twice. Um, he had to do it because she gave him money, paid for his drinks, all these different accusations and stuff that's out there. Um, he was held for another 10 days. And he waited for a juvenile trial. And it was left up that he needed to get a job whenever he got let out because he was going to have to pay them reprimands. But now they've decided that instead of that, they're going to forgive him. He's going to be forgiven. He's going to be let go. Stuff like that. And the family court stuff, a second kind of thing that's happening. So he's free. Everything's been canceled. He doesn't know what to do from there. And I guess he got sent to somebody to be his legal guardian. Um, his grantor, this guy that he calls Flounder. So, guys, Flounder, that's who it'll be. He's got like a weird set of eyes, so that's why they name him that. And the reason why is because he was seen as one of his father's minions um, with being an antique dealer. But he has taken him in. He's living with him. Um, and his son's there. Flounder's son lives with him as well. And Flounder lets his son know that this guy is basically scum, and that he's going to be living in a room packed full of Buddha statues. If that's not justice, I don't know what is, especially for something like that. It's more like a storage room, so he's in there by himself, has ideas going through his head, still upset about the woman. Eats with the guy, eats with the family. And Flounder decides that he is going to confront and talk to Yozo about what's going on. He still calls him Flounder, so that's kind of weird. Um, and Flounder, the other thing that he wants to talk to him about is how is he going to turn his life around? How is he going to get better? Um, you know, what else is he going to do? Which another good thing that it would be great, and I don't think that it happened this way, is to find out if there was anything behind the scenes, if like his dad told the guy if he would take him in or anything like that. I don't think he does, and so I don't think that really happens, but it would be really cool to know that, right? He's asking him about a job. What does he want to do for a job? What can he do for a job? And he lets him know he wants to be a painter. Which before, guys, remember I brought it up in chapter one. We got to see him in high school being a painter. He went to the art class and all that other stuff. So it was going to come back up again. And again, we're going back to the whole thing of money. Flounder says you can go back to college and take these art classes to get a profession and all that other stuff. And the guy brings up, what about money? And Flounder says that's not important. It's about heart. Bam. Big thing, guys. Big thing. Whenever you're down, always remember you got heart. Gurren Lagann. Believe in me, the me that believes in you. And now our main character goes back to that whole idea, the whole thing that he did before, of thinking money is everything, and also thinking the whole fact that people that are dumb or poor don't know. They don't know what it is. So he's going back to the whole thing that he thinks Flounder has the whole thing of being able to say this. He can just say everything falls back on you having heart, when he knows that he thinks that it's all about money. So and he goes back to thinking his dad must have paid it off, not he must have paid the people off, not something else. And I mean, it's racking his brain. Money. It's all about money. Everybody's controlling him with money. The whole thing. And we're back to him thinking that it would be easy for him not to be there. He's trying to choke himself to death. Obviously, it's not going to work. You know, you have something in your brain that tells you can't do that. And when people get to the end, that's why you have to use stuff. Your body won't let you automatically use something that is already a part of it against yourself. You can't choke yourself to death because you'd pass out before that. You know, you'd have to use an instrument not of your body kind of thing. And he's freaked out Flounder's kid. So he walked in on him basically choking himself out. And the kid called him scum like Flounder did, and that he's scary. So we're back to the black pages where it says the stuff on it. So it says, since arriving at the house, I'd even lost the will to clown, wallowing in the contempt of Flounder and the little scamp. Flounder seemed loth to engage in any long chats with me, and for my part, I had no desire to seek him out or appeal to him. I was being nothing more than an idiot face sponger. Sponger is somebody that sponges off of another person. If you don't know that, or you haven't gotten that, or whatever. So dissecting it. Since arriving at the house, I'd even lost the will to clown, wallowing in the contempt of Flounder and the little scamp. He's lost it, basically. Flounder seemed loth to engage in any long chats with me, and for my part, I had no desire to seek him out or appeal to him. Not talking. He hasn't gotten to that point yet of finding out or feeling that Flounder is actually the person that saved him, not anything else, because he's stuck on my father's rich. It had to be this. This is what it had to happen because of money. So, and I was being nothing more than a idiot face sponger. That one we kind of already went over. Sponger, he's sponging off of him, all that other stuff. And I mean, all of it, whatever's happening, that's what we've kind of sunk back down into the whole thing. He's been shaken. He's got all this stuff that's happened, but we're still back at the point where he thinks his dad's still helping him. He's back to being his dad's puppet with the whole money thing, all that stuff. He's back to this because it's an associate of his father's, all this other stuff. Not really anything else, anything extra to it. That's just all that it is. That's all, everything that basically is everything that's incorporated into it. And yeah, I mean, that's where we are right now. Regretting that the girl that he loved, died, and the fact that, he's still being played like a marionette. So that's where we are right now in the book. But stay tuned. We will be on chapter 6 when we come back. And I will catch you guys later. Like I said, I'm Jen Graves. Thanks for watching this. Thanks for enjoying No Longer Human. And hopefully you will watch the rest of this. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.